Hey there, welcome to episode 6 of Tribe. In this episode, I'll be talking to my friend Jason. Jason is somebody that I find very unique in this day of age. He's a 21-year-old who loves God, loves talking about the Bible, and loves fashion. He has managed to combine both of those by co-founding with his friend Chris a brand called Crown of Thorns. I believe he has a lot of wisdom to share with the world, even if you're not a religious or, how he says, spiritual person. This is an incredible episode for those who want real growth. I believe you can learn something from everybody. So, without further ado, I welcome you to episode 6 of Tribe with my friend Jason. Enjoy.
Now we're live.
And now we're live. Nice. How much was that setup? Let's see. How much time did that take?
That was like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, about that.
About roughly 20 minutes.
I like 30 because you got here on the dot, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Alrighty. So you were wondering what was in my little...
Your little questions.
This is actually an experiment. Actually, Jason.
Actually, Jason.
The reason why we're here.
When are you born? What's your social security number?
No. How are you, bro?
I'm good, bro. I've been pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
After what I've told you about, with everything that's been going on with me,
Mm-hmm.
I've been feeling really good. Thank God. Thank God first. Thank God for everything.
All glory to God.
All glory to God.
Yes, sir.
Anything good that happens in your life, bro, just give glory to God.
Yes. And everything bad, too, because if he's putting it in your place, then
Exactly.
it's a way for you to strengthen it.
Yeah. Like, you have to go through certain things to have that faith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was reading something. No, I was reading the Bible, and you have to go through storms because Peter, he was struggling with faith. He really struggled with faith. And you know the story where he was on the boat in the
Tell
storm?
me about it.
So it was when Jesus went to like a mountain and he just started praying. It was the when Jesus walked on water.
Okay.
And the disciples saw Jesus and they were like, "Oh, who is that? That's a ghost," whatever. And Jesus said, "It is I." And then Peter wanted to test that theory and he decided to come off the boat and he went towards him. And there's a show called The Chosen. And on the show, he got off the boat and he had his eyes set on Jesus and everything was good. Then he started looking away off of Jesus and then everything just went to crap.
Okay.
And Jesus was like, don't look at anything else. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when the storm completely stopped. And then Jesus went on the boat and then he told the winds and the currents to calm down and then all just calm down. So yeah, you got to go through a storm to make sure you strengthen that faith and for God to lead you in the right path.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess, that's already starting it off. So, first of all, who are you? Like, how would you describe yourself? Don't give me your name. I want an actual you.
That's a really hard question. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's say, if you were to die, what would you like for your tombstone to say? Or give me maybe like
What I would like to be remembered for?
Yeah, more like adjectives. I have this thing where I always try to say what are the best adjectives, and those are like the tattoos that my friends and I would get because it's sort of like a reminder.
Yeah.
We'll end up looking like a dictionary, bro. It's just filled with words, but I feel like those words are reminders of what you should strive for and how you should control yourself and just how you should act with yourself.
To remind yourself in a way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Redeemer. Yeah.
Damn. That's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
How come Redeemer?
Just because of the things that I've gone through in my life. And, I didn't think I was going to go through with them. And a lot of people told me, like, "Oh, like, you look fine, whatever. That I look like a good kid, right?"
Uh-huh.
I'm calling myself kid. I'm acting like I'm not about to turn 22. But, just the amount of things that I've gone through in my life, bro. Like, outside and internally, mentally, man. Especially like when I was a kid, I've gone through a lot of bullying, for sure. Because of my weight, and two, because I was always a quiet kid. I never talked to anybody, and I don't know, like it's just something about being raised by strict Hispanic parents that, especially here, that they kind of like restrict you of that access of going out with friends and or not letting you go to places where you're invited to. No disrespect to the Hispanic parents, though. You know, God bless my parents. You know,
well, there needs to be balance.
Yeah, there has to be a balance. But yeah, no, I was bullied a lot, and I had this ex who, after the relationship, I kind of went down the wrong path, and I just completely didn't know myself at all. Like, it was just this one day where I was like, this isn't me right now.
That's really interesting. In the talk that I had with Victor, he also brought up an ex, and it seems like exes seem to really shape you.
Yeah, that is something that I say that it's like a canon event.
Yeah, no, it is a canon event.
It is.
Sorry, I had to bring down the audio a little bit. It is a canon event, but like, I mean, like, why is it that an ex shapes you that way and like emotionally affects you compared to what oh my God, somebody's coming. Why is it that an ex would affect you that way emotionally and shape you compared to what a teacher would, or what a cousin would, or like a brother? You know, it's like you remember those more. Those seem to stand out more, and the pain seems to be more evident.
Because when you tend to love somebody so much and show your true love for somebody, and when all of a sudden it's not there anymore, that's when you're most vulnerable, that's when your true self comes out.
Is it because I mean, we have families and we have parents,
right?
But we seem to be less sort of disappointed or sad or upset with our parents than we are with our exes.
Okay.
With our exes, we tend to like really cry over them.
I feel like because we're damn, that's a really good question. I feel like
because tell me, like, if I was to ask you, what was like one of your saddest moments in life? Like when you truly felt like really heartbroken. You wouldn't tell me something about your parents. You would tell me something about a relationship that you had.
Yeah.
Why is it that comes to mind over something that your parents or your brother or someone like that would do to you?
Because I feel like when you share intimacy with somebody, emotionally especially, that's where things can kind of... Because all the memories don't leave your mind. You know the things that you've gone through. And it's like that person knows you in and out. When you kind of don't open up to your parents, right? And with a relationship with a person that you really trust, that's when, you know, you are the most vulnerable, where you tend to show who you really are. And when they're not there anymore, when they're completely lost, not in your life at all anymore, then that's where, you know, that's when you tend to be the most emotional. That's what I feel. But well, compared to a parent or teacher, I could imagine with a parent, if they were to leave you and not care about you, I feel like it'd be the same way, right?
Yeah.
But let's say like what do you mean? Like if they were disappointed in you?
I love how you said intimacy though.
Yeah.
I think that's the right word. Because like you are sort of intimate with your parents in a way, but you're not you're intimate in their way. Yeah. Because they're the ones that shaped you.
In the way that you would like them to view you as.
Exactly. So or the way that they want to view you as. Yeah. Because you kind of do it to respect them. Yeah. To show respect for them. So that's your way of showing your love to your parents.
Well, with a relationship with somebody that you really like, you could be your true self.
Yeah. It's who you want to become when you become your parents. Yeah. Oh. Damn. There's this quote from this guy, Berwin. He's an artist. He says, when you love somebody, you give them a weapon to hurt you. I'm like, damn, this guy's spitting.
There's this story in the Bible. I don't know if you know about Solomon, the strongest guy. Yeah. You know how... King. Huh? The king. Oh, no, not Solomon. Sorry. Samson.
Samson, yes.
Samson.
He was the one with the hair.
Yeah. And you know how the story goes, right?
Yeah,
When
let's say it.
he loved the girl so much that she kept on asking him like, "Oh, where do you get all this strength?" Right? And he eventually told her, "It's like my hair." And she told, I believe it was the guards, and they cut his hair, and he lost all his strength
While he was asleep.
Yeah. So when you really do care about somebody, they could use what you have against you.
Yeah. You gotta choose your enemies wisely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, bro. It's really beautiful. It's so weird, so strange.
It really is strange.
And we give them all of our trust.
That we trust them so much. I have a feeling because it's just something we never really experienced before. Like that type of intimacy, right? Being vulnerable with somebody. While being with your parents and your family, like, yeah, you could be vulnerable with them, but there's an extent to it.
How?
Because I remember, like,
You mean sexually or?
No. Like,
No. I'm being serious.
What you mean?
Like, there's intimacy in that. So it's more like you're more in your, you're showing like you're, yeah. Like sexually, there's something there that you wouldn't show to anybody else. And I'm not just saying your parents. Yeah. I'm saying like you wouldn't really talk about that with your friends either.
Yeah.
So it's something that you really show your partner. And that's like where monogamy comes in. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, is that what you mean with like that sort of exclusivity that you have with a partner?
Yeah.
Of intimacy.
Yeah. Like compared to your friends, right? Like and the person that you really like, yeah, there's a type of boundary that you know not to cross with your friends or not to say anything. But when you're in a relationship and that you really like somebody, you know that you could say almost anything to them.
Yeah. It's hard to build that trust with someone else. Yeah, once you kind of go through that pain, you kind of lose hope.
Give up on love. Yeah. I remember when I first broke up with my ex. Like I remember I was like, no, when she broke up with me, like I lost hope. I was like, love is dead. I'm not gonna find anything else. I'm not gonna find anybody else that's like this. Blah blah blah. But it does get better, to be honest.
You learn to love yourself.
I'm on that route right now. Because after my ex, like I've gone down through a route where I just tried to replace that void. Especially like trying to go out with other girls, which isn't a good thing. Like at first you have to love yourself. And that's what God told me to do, that I have to love myself. I have to love him, then love myself, then I could love the girl that he eventually sends to my life. God willing, that's the one that I get to make a family with.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
How do you feel about damn, actually no.
Do I know this question?
Something else. No. I don't know. Maybe you do.
What do you feel about casual sex?
I was gonna say monogamy. So I guess that is the same thing.
Yeah.
Casual sex.
Yeah.
That's an interesting topic. Very interesting, because I think that that's the most evident way of emotion. Yeah. Being represented as both polarities. Yeah. Because humans are animals and they require that intimacy sexually, that pleasure. Not really intimacy, it's just pleasure.
Right.
But it also sort of ruins your perspective of, or your trust for having a real healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So it kind of releases instant gratification rather than delaying it. And I guess when you have that relationship that's healthy, it will be even better.
Yeah.
It's really destructive depending on what you want to build. It's like one takes a shot. None of them can survive. If you want to have a good, loving relationship later on, you wouldn't be doing that with a random stranger.
Yeah.
But if you do want a relationship, then you would just hold off. I believe. I don't know.
No, you're right.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how these people do it, bro. Like they just have like booty calls and all that.
Oh, man. Bro, I
remember like I was like, I wish I was these people, you know. I wish I was like these type of people where I could just go out with any type of girl. Because I had Tinder at one point, and I was like, I just wish that I could, you know, meet up with these girls and just get it on. But it's not for me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like before, right now, bro, my phone is so dry. It is so dry. I don't even talk to my friends anymore, bro.
Okay.
Because I'm so busy. And in a way, it's kind of a blessing, but it also, there's that instant gratification that's always like at your door. It's like the devil's always knocking there. It's like, do you really want to do this? Come on. I know you want to give in. And that's that thing. It's like we're humans, so we learn to struggle with that. But the thing is learning how to navigate it.
Yeah.
How are you going to use that energy and build it for something constructive for your future? So before, I used to have, like, I would talk to a lot of people, girls, and I would be like, okay, there's like this girl, and then there's another option, and then another option. But then as I started doing what I wanted to do, not what the world wanted me to do, I started finding that I could get that same pleasure in the things that I truly love. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where I'm at right now, I think.
It's the same thing with addiction. Yeah. Because you could be addicted to one thing, but once you find a replacement for it and it's good.
I mean, that's what situationships are.
Yeah.
It is an addiction. It's an addiction to feeling that instant love. And then, but it's such a spike of love, bro. Yeah. It's like that first week of being in a relationship, it's always going to be the best. You're in the honeymoon phase. But then after that, it just goes down. So it's people that are addicted to that fake love. Yeah. To that excitement.
There's a difference between love. Like, there's a huge difference in love. And lust, too.
Damn, I just spilled the water all over me, bro.
Nah, I spilled it before. Oh, I dried up. Damn. But you were saying, like, I think what you're talking about, like, when you said like fake love, right? That's a form of lust.
Yes, that is lust.
Yeah, and
well, define lust.
Lust Let's is well, okay. Lust is when
Here, I'll give you the Google Dictionary definition. I think lust is when you submit yourself to pleasure. Yeah, a very strong sexual desire.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could be so desirable of love and that you just want it, right? And you do anything for it. Yes. Whether it be for a temporary, for just a little bit. That's partly why I had Tinder before, and just because I wanted the instant gratification of other women. Oh, I gotta swipe on right. Oh, that feels good. It's like a little dopamine hit, bro. Yes. And with love,
it boosts your ego.
It boosts your ego. You become really prideful with that. But with love, I feel like you just feel it. Like you know it. You don't know how it feels, but it's just something different compared to having that urge of being loved. Like, I feel like when somebody loves you, like, they're supposed to be, they're supposed to go through everything with you, right? Like, let's say you're going through a phase in your life where you're feeling like down and depressed. I feel like that person should never leave you. That person should always be there for you, regardless if that person tries to push you away. If that person shows that they're going to stay with you through the ups, through the downs, then that's true love, you know, whether it be with friends or with a girl.
Yeah. I think true love has a lot of different shapes.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it really does.
A lot of people frame it as a relationship, but it's just that, again, it's just that sexual desire that they crave. I don't think they're looking in the right direction when they say, I want to be loved. Because your grandma could love you. Yeah. Your dog could love you. And that also fills up your dopamine hits in different forms, but it does. And it's just learning to use that energy and be productive with it. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think relationships should be 50-50?
Like paying for meals?
No, no way, but no.
Or in terms of love?
In terms of effort. If I see that my partner isn't putting up enough effort, I won't put up enough effort.
It should be 50-50.
You
Should
think?
be effort in a relationship.
Because I heard this thing and it was like, relationships should be 100-100. I'm like, yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
You shouldn't give room for that -50.
Yeah.
Because if you're in a relationship, what does the Bible say about being in a relationship, in a matrimony? When you get married, you become one.
Yeah.
So if you're only going to give 50, then you're only giving 50% of yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're giving 100, then you're always willing to go the extra mile.
But wouldn't you think if a relationship is 50-50 and the both of them go together, then it's 100, so it converts to 1?
Yeah, but no one is ever going to be in 100.
That's right.
Because then that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's God.
Yeah.
But you should strive for 100.
Yeah. That's why first you should strive to love God first. And, and if you meet a girl that loves God the same way, then yeah, that's...
How can you fail?
How can you fail? You can't fail.
If you're learning from the master himself on how to love 100%, even when you're slacking, even when you're at 90%,
yeah,
the other person will still be at 85%. That's still so good. Wow. That's really beautiful.
It's great, man. The Father's great.
Wow, dude, I got the chills.
The Father's great, bro.
Damn. It really is like that, dude.
Yeah,
you shouldn't settle for the 50-50. Because your 50-50 is still never going to be, because that will be your 100. You're lowering your bar. And when you say, oh, it's going to be 50-50, then you're going to be at like 30%.
Yeah.
And the other person is probably not even going to be at 30.
Yeah.
And that's when relationships fail. Because you start expecting the other person to do something instead of you picking up the slack and doing it.
You start falling in love with the fantasy that you build on that person instead of what they're portraying themselves as in front of you. And that's something that I've struggled with, to be honest.
And if you truly love them, if you truly care for them, you will accept them in their low points.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then that hit.
I feel like I'm ready for our relationship after this. Let me ask you, are you ready for our relationship right now?
No. I'm going to be honest with that. No, I'm not. I just had a talking stage and I thought that I was ready for a relationship. But after that, I remember I was going through such an emotional downward spiral where it was like days of just bawling my eyes out and not knowing what was going to happen to me. And God made me realize that I wasn't ready for a relationship at all. That when I guess in a relationship, you should love, both of you should have the same love of God. Or, yeah, you guys should love God. And because if not, then let's say that you love God, but that person doesn't really know or doesn't really love God the same way you do, or at least trying their best to try to love God. If it's not like the same rate, then it's bound to fail. There has to be that fear. There has to be that love for God in the relationship to build each other up.
Do you think people that follow different religions can have a stable relationship? Let's say if you're Muslim and Christian.
I think they could have a good relationship. I don't know. Because if you both love God, yeah, you guys have different ways of viewing it. Like, I believe that Jesus is God. I believe the Holy Spirit is God. It's all three into one.
I think
I don't believe in what Muhammad did. I don't want to offend anybody.
It's your opinion.
But yeah, they can have different viewpoints. But as long as there's some respect in that, if there's pure respect in the relationship and based on religion, then I don't see why not.
So that's where it is. Respect. Respect is the fundamental of both of those religions.
Yeah.
Respect, love, unity, all those things.
Yeah.
So it's the core of the religion that really matters.
Yeah.
It's not the story, is what the story is preaching.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Juan, is like, I don't believe in religion. Okay. I believe in having a relationship with a higher power. You know, I believe in having the relationship with the Lord Jesus, you know, like talking to him as if you're talking to a friend. Mm-hmm. Jesus is always the friend to wait on you when he really needs you. He's not going to disturb you in any way. He's going to wait for you to let him in. And whenever you're ready, he's been ready, you know. Because people, they love a lot of things, right? They could love money. They could love fame. And they treat that as an idol. And you can't treat any of those things as an idol. Anything in the world, you can't treat that as an idol. And, yeah, no, you have to love God.
Mm-hmm. Damn. All right. I think I'm going to start with the questions, bro.
Let's go.
That was beautiful.
You didn't even start with the questions?
No, I didn't even start with it. That's a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about, really.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So before, like, when we were off cameras, I told you that, like, it's really hard to find people like you.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because a lot of people are so not dived in, but they're less vocal about their beliefs. Mm-hmm. So even though they do believe in certain things, they're more ashamed of it, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's really strange, because if you love something, wouldn't you want to, like, share it to the world?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's really hard to find people like that, and people who truly are devoted. Because you could say something, but then what you preach is not what your actions are like.
Yeah.
So a lot of people fall in love with money, with fame, with traveling, with, you know, relationships like that. They fall in love with the wrong things. Mm-hmm. And those things everybody makes their own God,
right,
at the end of the day. So it depends who you're putting at the top of your list. However, I believe that, we'll scratch that.
We'll
get to it. I have it here. I want to go in order for it, because it's a leading off point. Mm. So the start, I just wanted to really, so going from that, you're very unique in that way.
Okay.
And
thank you.
Your humbleness, that's really what it is.
Appreciate
it's humbleness it. Because a lot of people, I believe that if you want to be great, you got to understand that you're failing at something.
Yeah.
Like when I asked you, are you ready for a relationship? You said, no, I'm not ready for a relationship. So you need to understand that in order to improve on yourself.
Yeah. You have to have humility for yourself if you want to strive in life.
Yes. In my opinion, I told you that my friends and I, we get adjectives and stuff, and like we, these things and these little words. And my favorite word is humility. Mm. And that, if I was to ever get a tattoo, it would be that, humility.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I used to have a necklace. I lost it, but it would say humility. Mm-hmm. It would say awareness, self-love, and it was, I don't remember what the other one was. Perspective. Mm-hmm. And so that to me was the most like beautiful thing, those 4 things, because if you had those 4 things, you could have anything in the world you wanted, and you would truly feel joy.
Yeah.
So I believe that humility is the first step. It's understanding where you're slacking in order to improve on that.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You should have met me like a year ago, bro. I probably wouldn't be the type of person not a year ago. Yeah, like a year and a half ago, I wasn't like this. I remember I hated everybody. I hated the world. Like I just didn't want to associate myself with anybody. Like I probably wouldn't even be talking to you by now.
What changed? What was the turning point?
God. Like so is when I told you, like one day I was like, this isn't me.
Yeah, but to get that low, what was the thing that got you to be that low in that valley?
Doing drugs.
Okay.
On alcohol.
Are you lying to your therapist right now? I'm writing that down. Jason is a liar.
Nah, yeah, I was doing weed and alcohol and hoping that would be a good escape from everything.
Why did you end up there?
Why did I end up doing alcohol and weed?
Yeah.
Because of my
what was the void that you were trying to fill in?
comfort. Comfort and
was it more acceptance?
Yeah, I wanted to feel more accepted to my peers around me because because at the time most of my friends smoked weed, and I was like, maybe if I just did it, maybe, you know, because they do it, and people around them, they get attracted to that, and I was like, maybe if I do it, I could get that sense of that sense of love, and it goes to the same
Where do
way
you
that I
think
was
that
trying to fill the
stemmed
void.
From your childhood, from the bullying? What was it?
Definitely from my childhood, because I like I said, I was a shy kid. I barely talked to anybody. My parents loved me, for sure, but when I try to make friends outside, whether it be from school or at the park, like, I would always be that little lonely kid that wouldn't really talk to anybody.
So you think that's more personality wise?
No, I feel like you just go through something to lock you down. Because I'm trying to remember where it even started. I think it was in like 3rd, 4th grade. You remember when you like rub your hands and you see like the dirt in your hand? And they're like, I remember this one kid did it in my class, and he did it, and then he went to a girl and he's like, look, this is my hair. And she laughed and all that, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I grabbed scissors and I cut my hair and I put it in my hand. I was like, I went to a girl, I was like, look, it's my hair, and she's like, oh.
But it was that like wanting to be accepted.
It's wanting to be accepted, yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I have a sister, yeah, 18 years old.
Oh, so you're the oldest.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's 19 now. Damn, time flies.
Getting old, bro.
I know. I feel it on my back.
Damn.
I'm 22. My back is like 78.
Oh, shit. Damn, that's from going to the gym too much, bro.
Today's back and biceps.
Where do you think your the humility came from?
The humility?
Yeah. That's a trick question.
From my parents, to be honest, the way they raised me. They raised me to not judge anybody, to not hate on anybody. And I kind of lost that humility. But then when I started getting into the word, and Jesus said to love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. No, love your enemy as much as you love yourself. Oh, no. Love your enemy as you will treat your enemy as if you would like to be treated. And I was like, that's interesting.
Are your parents religious?
They're Catholic, but they're not that religious. We used to go to church all the time, but my mom stopped going because she didn't like how the churches were portrayed in there. And I completely get it. Yeah. The people,
that tends to be the thing that happens.
Yeah. It's when people lose, it's when people have the background of religion, and they have something like a really something happened, if anything, and they lose that faith, I guess.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, you become more into the materialistic aspect of it and the human part of it. Yeah. And you forget the spiritual part of it. And the intention changes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that tends to be it. That's interesting that somebody your age chose to take that path on his own. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought to myself that, like, I sometimes talk to God about it. I'm like, it's crazy that you decided to touch my heart at the age of 21 when I was going through a lot. I was going through what I was going through.
At an age where you're at peak of the devil knocking at your door.
Exactly, where I could be partying and doing all these drugs and everything, hooking up. But it's interesting. It really is interesting that at my age, I don't know if you know John. He works in
Okay, John.
He works with us. He works with
guy.
us.
Yes. So John.
But he told me too. He's like, it's rare to see kids your age like invested into this, and it really it caught me. I was like, damn, it's sad to see how rare that is for young kids to not really, for young adults to not really know how to develop that relationship with the Lord. And
I think it's because you strive for something greater than what the world has to offer. Because if you knew what the world really had to offer, what God made this, like how does electricity work?
Yeah.
It's like, we don't know. God just made it and made it work.
Yeah.
It functions. So you're more invested in that and finding what else God put in here. And you're not relying on the comfort of what's already there.
Yeah.
You're willing to dig deeper into it to find out what else there is and what you can create of your own. And share that with the world. Exactly. You're like, hey, like, notice this. Like, God put this here for a reason. How can we improve on this? Yeah. A lot of older people, they rely on what's already there and they kind of give up throughout their years. That's why they stay in like crappy jobs that they don't like, or like they marry people that they don't really love, or they spend money without really saving up. They just want that happiness in the moment. They don't think about their future.
They don't think about eternal satisfaction.
Yes. Yeah, bro. That's very unique. Yeah. When I used to do media, they would always tell me, they're like, "Oh, you're one step ahead of everybody because you're so young and you're doing this already." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." Yeah. But it's like, well, why isn't everybody else doing it?
Yeah.
It's because they've given up.
Yeah.
Because something so tragic has happened in their life, or not tragic, something so major has struck them.
Yeah.
That they're unable to get out of that spot that they're in.
Yeah. They get unmotivated to continue on what they were originally trying to strive for.
Yeah. And those same people are the ones that try to bring you down with them.
Yeah. Exactly. You get fed off by the energy around you.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta be on your toes.
Yeah.
And make sure to not screw up.
Yeah, even your own family, your own parents can bring you down. Even though what they truly want is love for you. Sometimes love is portrayed differently. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I try to, I guess, spread the message to whoever I can. I try to change people's perspective, but not in a like shoving down their throat way. I guess some people can really, because I've had people tell me that it feels like I'm just shoving it down their throat, and at the same time, like, that's the last thing I want. I don't know how to persuade them into what I believe in. Like, yeah, people have their own route of happiness. I get it. But at the same time, like, you got to think about long term. I'm scared because I have people that I love and I want to see them in heaven too. I want to have eternal life with them. I want to have fun with them in heaven with our Father. But the path that these people are going, it really does scare me because you know where they're going to end up. And the fact that they're so blinded.
Yeah, but I get your intention. The intention is right. But who are you to?
Exactly. Who am I to change their mind, right? Yeah.
Something that I've learned is that the more you try to tell something, it's like, there's a story. It's like, this guy is stuck in an island and he's praying to God. Like, he's stuck there. He's going to die. He's praying to God. Oh, God, save me. So this boat comes and they're like, hey, like, we're here. Like, come on, hop on the boat. We're going to save you. The guy's like, no, I'm waiting for God to save me.
Yeah.
The boat leaves. Then more time passes. Another boat comes. Like, hey, we're here to save you. The guy says, like, no, I'm waiting for God to save me. The boat leaves.
Yeah.
Eventually, the guy dies. When he goes to heaven, he's like, why didn't you save me, God? It's like, well, I was there in the boat. I sent them to save you.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not about, like, really going out of your way to save people. It's more about being yourself and showing that something is working for you.
Yeah.
That's contagious.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's better to show with your actions than with words.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Because what I would like to be remembered as, not what I'd like to be remembered as. I would like people to view me as, why does he act this way?
Yeah.
Why is he the way he is? Why isn't he like the rest of them?
Yes. Something that I've learned is I'm a very joyful person, and I love when people text me like, hey, like, why are you so happy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, because what is there to be sad about?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If there's a problem, find a solution. And if there is no solution, then don't stress about it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I have this rule with myself, bro. If you have a credit card and somewhere warm, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You will not struggle. Okay. And if you lack one of those, humans are good at heart. Mm-hmm. So they won't let you fail.
Yeah.
Even if, why is there homeless people? Well, they're still surviving. People do feed them because people are good at heart.
Yeah.
People want to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you fail in this world? Only if you set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
If you fail in your mind, you'll fail in the real world. But if you're winning in your head, if you're happy with yourself, there is absolutely no way for you to fail out there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. And you're talking to somebody who's struggled with anxiety and a lot of mental problems. Not a lot of mental problems, not like crazy stuff, but
damn, he's gonna kill me. Send help. Help me.
Blink twice if you need help. But no, like I've suffered through anxiety and a lot of depression and overthinking. And there's times where I really do have to get out of my head. Like at the same time, like I don't really know what is going on behind the scenes. So who am I to dictate what is going on in another person's life, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the more that something that humans love is control.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to control yourself. Yeah. You cannot be controlling other people.
Yeah.
Total control leads to total chaos.
Yeah.
So stop trying to control other people if you want them to join you.
Yeah.
Instead, teach them by your actions. Lead by example.
Yeah.
And they will start following you.
Don't walk by spite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a difference between a boss and a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something that I wanted to ask you was, who are some people that you look up to? Not your parents. I mean, like...
My mom.
No. I mean, yes, they count. Yes,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, outside people.
Outside people?
Yeah. People that, like... Because what I want... The reason why I asked that is because I want other people to be like, well, if I want to be like him, mm-hmm. or not be like him, but like if I want to have similar attitudes such as his, how can I get there? Who has taught him to be like that person?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you mentioned the Bible, yes. But everybody mentions the Bible. Nobody goes to read the Bible.
Yeah.
So like, what's other examples?
For me, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You said 3, right? Or you said
no?
Oh, I thought you said 3 people. Mind. Jesus Christ, there's the way he loved and navigated everybody that followed him. Really shows what kind of person he really is. He humbled himself. He was a carpenter. He grew up out of nothing, and the way he just humbled himself and loved everybody equally, even as sinners and prostitutes and all that, he loved them just as much. Yeah. As he loves you the way he loves me. Mm-hmm. He loves the person upstairs as much as he loves the person across the street.
That goes to show that we're all equal.
We're all equal, and there's no judgment. We shouldn't be judging people based off what they do. We got to look at the way we live, right? Like, let's say you see that person judging, like, oh, why is that person judging? Tomorrow you could judge another person and be like, oh, why is he like that? Why are they like that? But the way Jesus taught and navigated, and the way he just lived, it really caught my eye and really caught my attention. And I was like, what kind of man living in this sinful world where you could strive for money, right? Where this world is so fixated in money, fame, and all that. But Jesus decided to humble himself and just love everybody just as much and sacrifice himself for the greater good for everybody, to have eternal life and live with him in heaven. That's commitment.
Mm-hmm.
It really is commitment, and it's something really beautiful that I really looked up to, still do.
Yeah.
And I really am trying to strive to be better, trying to love everybody the same, trying not to, I don't want to judge anybody. And yeah.
There's a difference between the rewards that God gives and the rewards that humans give.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a lot of celebrities that are very successful, but a lot of their success, the way you see how it was built, is on human pleasure.
Yeah.
Compared to someone else, like for example, we both look up to like George Janko,
Mm-hmm.
or like Jordan Peterson, or like Dr. Andrew Huberman.
Mm-hmm.
And like all these people, if you were to ask them like if they believe in a higher source, they would all say yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that reward that higher source has provided for them.
Exactly.
You stuck to its beliefs and you worked on it, and that's what got you there. Yeah. And you feel more content with yourself. You feel like you're actually changing the world one step at a time.
Yeah.
For the better good.
I hope so.
No, you need to be
convinced.
convinced.
Yeah, I have to be convinced. You're right. That's something about me, bro, that I have to stop belittling myself whenever I, try to do better.
It's kind of funny how when you're hungry, you get angry. It's like God knew what he was doing when he made us.
Yeah.
If you don't get enough sleep, you get angry.
Mm-hmm. we're literally like little children.
Yeah.
Despite how old we are, we literally are little children.
We are little children. Yeah. Yes. God knew that if he made you a certain way, he would get different reactions from you.
Yeah.
And he can teach you from those different reactions.
Exactly. And when you're hungry, bro,
eat a Snicker bar.
Huh? You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you adjust the mic a little towards you?
Like this?
Yeah. Or just like turn yourself or however. Yeah.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay. When you fast and you're hungry.
What if you're slow?
When you fast and you really are hungry, that's when the real you tends to show.
Yes.
And God makes it known. Like I remember 2 days ago, I didn't eat breakfast, and I was like so pissed. I wasn't pissed, but I was just so annoyed. And I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of control right now. I remember did you watch the George Janko podcast with Jordan Peterson?
Haven't finished.
Well, there was one part where he said, when you're good, you're not completely good. Basically when you're hungry, that's when your real you shows up, and that's when you have to really learn how to control yourself and control your emotions the best way possible.
My favorite story ever says that this guy who worked his whole life to become successful, he did everything he could, got money, was married happily, and whatever, had a legacy. And when he went to heaven, he was like, God, like I did everything. I finished life. And God was like, no, you didn't finish life because you missed on everything that was bad. And it's like, how can you learn only from the good?
Yeah.
You need to experience the bad as well.
Right.
Because it's the yin and yang. You need one to have the other.
Yeah. You have to go through the bad to recognize the good.
Exactly.
Yeah. That just came out of my head.
Yeah, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful life. People always strive for greatness, but they forget to...
It's a beautiful life we live in, bro. Whether we know it or not. There's people that really do take life for granted. I don't take it for granted at all. I try my best to live my life as positive as possible.
Yeah, bro. There's so much. Appreciation is everything, bro. Awareness, humility. It's everything.
There's a lot of emotions that we go through and we experience.
Oh my God, dude. Like, bro, there's so much out there in this world to discover.
Yeah.
That we get stuck to this routine and it eats you up. How amazing is it to eat strawberries one day and then the next day eat a pizza? Just the flavor, bro. It's so different from each other, but you get to enjoy each differently.
Yeah.
And there's so much out there. That's his life. It's like you can have one thing one day and then the other something else.
Yeah.
But you cannot succumb to the power of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take back the control in order to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember I was going home and I just looked up. I saw the stars. I was like, look how beautiful the stars are, bro. The stars look beautiful. The moon looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
The trees look nice. In the morning, I'm like, look at the birds, bro. The birds don't worry about anything. They're just living.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta live like the birds.
This is gonna be a really weird example, but like people like hate on people that do drugs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're somebody that's not happy with your life, wouldn't you be better off just doing drugs at least? Like at least you're able to appreciate it.
I used to be one of those. When my friends started doing drugs, I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, well, it's cheating. It's cheating your way to it.
What do you mean?
Because you can be happy and you can be appreciative of life without having to use drugs, without having to use a substance.
No, that's true, yeah.
But isn't it just as bad to not appreciate life as to cheating your way to it?
Mm-hmm.
You're failing at both.
Yeah.
So
it's a lose-lose.
Yeah, it is a lose-lose.
Yeah. Like
at least the people that take drugs and consume and like do all this OD stuff,
yeah,
at least they appreciate it in that state.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's always depressed and angry with life is never appreciating that.
They're not. Every time like they're in their room locked in and on their phones, and those are the people that you really have to watch out for. They're like, they just don't appreciate life.
You're not a human, you're a robot.
Yeah. At that point, you're a robot. Just spending hours in your room scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, and all that. Nah, bro. Go outside. Yeah. Go outside and admire the sun, admire the wind. It's like, what, 40 degrees out? Admire the cold.
Yeah. Bro, it's so wild how the wind works.
It is.
Where does the wind come from?
Yeah. Where does it come from?
That's like God farting.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
Think God farts.
That'd be funny. That'd be crazy.
I mean, God made us in his image, right?
I mean, Jesus was there. There's no doubt Jesus didn't fart, right? Forgive me.
Why? It's human.
Huh?
It's a human thing.
Yeah, it's a human thing.
If God made it, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
It's perfectly imperfect. Yeah, bro. Going off of that, actually, that idea that God made us in his image, I have here Genesis 1:27. Do you know what it says?
Damn, bro. That's something I really want to achieve this year, is to
I didn't
know.
expect you to know it. That's
Okay.
really hard. It says, Genesis 1:27. So God created mankind in his own... Whoa. Genesis 1:27. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. So does that mean that we are all creators? But what are we creating? Does that make sense?
Yeah. What are we creating?
Yeah. Since God made us in his image, God created us.
Mm-hmm.
He gave us the power to create as well. So what are we doing with that God-given power of creation?
Babies. Babies, like our kids, our future, whether it be financially, our profession, right?
Anything.
You could create anything if you really put your mind to it and really work on it.
Anything you create.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you really put your mind to it, you could create anything. You could make anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wrote here. This is a quote that came to my head. It's the act of being creative. It's God's way of saying, I am here. Acknowledge my presence, my greatness and generosity. Because that's really what it is. It's his greatness embodied in us. Mm-hmm. And him being so generous with us to share that with us.
Yeah.
Who are we to have that power?
Exactly. Because if you actually think about it, like in our heads, in our brain, we could think about anything. The way the brain works is unlimited. You can think about anything, bro. That's how God thinks too, right? And that's how you know that the presence of God is in you, when you Yeah, we were created in His image. That's
When you have that unlimited universe inside of your little thing.
Yeah, inside of our little heads, bro.
Oh my god.
We just have to open it some way, shape, or form.
Right? Wanna open it? You want somebody to go in there and open it?
With shrooms. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't promote it.
Sheesh. I was thinking like a doctor like going in there and like opening it.
Oh my gosh, bro. I was thinking you literally just reminded me of this last movie. Have you seen Saw X? No. There was a scene where like the guy had to like cut a piece of his brain.
Oh, I did see it.
Yeah.
I remember that. He had to do it on his own and he was like...
Yeah, he had to cut his brain on, like a piece of his brain.
Okay, stop,
put
pause.
In, like, hydrogen peroxide, right? And then it just sizzled.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Oh my god, I remember I couldn't see that part.
Yeah, bro.
I remember the blood was like squirting everywhere.
Whew.
I should have given a warning before that. I hope you skip those 10 seconds. Whoever's watching this.
I apologize to all the viewers that had to hear it. But if you guys want to watch it, please do.
It actually wasn't even bad. It
was a decent movie. It was good.
Yeah, right.
If you like gore movies, then yeah.
Oh my god, dude. How do you bring it back after that?
I don't know. I really don't know. Well, we were talking about the brain and how
the brain,
God's creation.
That image is stuck in my head now. That's horrible. So, going back to the brain. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I can't.
We were still creating in this image.
So, yes, we're. Oh, dude, you messed me up. I do not like gore movies like that. Like that movie, I didn't. Yeah, it was an experience for me. So if God created us, God created mankind in His own image, and so what are we creating? Since we're creators, are the things that we're creating are the things God says that the tongue is the most powerful weapon out there.
Yeah, because
we choose what to shoot. Like whatever we say affects the course of humans. Mm-hmm. So what are we doing? What are we creating with our words, with our actions? That's either benefiting or destroying the world. So I want to ask you personally, what are you creating in your life? What's your vision for the world to improve it?
Love and peace.
That's how are you doing that?
Just being nice to everybody, being humble, showing love, don't loving them without judgment, and don't see anything negative in them. And if they decide to be negative to you back, just shake the dust off your feet. Don't even acknowledge it. But yeah, just love that person and be peaceful with that person. Even if they, don't want to show it back. If they do want to be negative to you, just love them.
Yeah, that was reciprocated. Yeah. You have a clothing brand that you're starting out.
It's starting. Yeah. It's getting pushed back. The release is getting a little pushed back because the manufacturing is the issue mainly. Like we had this one manufacturer and he just didn't make the design that we wanted it. The logo was supposed to be like this on the sleeve, but instead it was kind of slanted. So and like I remember like on the back like there was the lettering was like too close together when it was supposed to be spaced out. So we were just like, let's just find a different manufacturer. Next week we're gonna talk to the new manufacturer and see where things could go.
What's the idea behind the?
I want to spread a message. Well, we want to spread a message. Shout out my boy Chris. But yeah, I wanna reach other people, and hopefully to, God willing, to spread a message and show them that they can go through things and damn, I just lost my train of thought. That they could go through things, but just remember to have God in their minds. and hopefully spread it and know that they're not alone. You know that everybody's going through the same thing. Everybody's going through the same pain. Everybody's going through the same hardships. Yeah. Everybody go. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a crown of thorns.
It's a crown of thorns.
Yeah. It obviously represents Jesus and that Jesus is king. And yeah.
When do you think it'll be released?
What is looking like early summer, like around June. If not, hopefully like around April or May.
Nice. What's the name of it?
Crown of Thorns.
So Crown of Thorns by Jason and Chris.
By Jason and Chris.
Or Chris and Jason. That sounds better. Jason and Chris. Chris and Jason. Oh. J and C. C and J.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Wow.
That is crazy.
By J and C.
Crown of Thorns by Jesus Christ. Wow. I'm spooked.
Yo, Loki, you could just put that like by JC, like in the tag. And it's like, oh my God, by Jesus Christ. And like when they actually go deep into it, it's like, oh no, it's Jason and Chris.
Jason and Chris, but the idea. Whatever.
It works out.
It works out.
Yeah, everything is meant to work out.
Yeah.
Isn't that what? Yeah. Damn, bro. Going back to the relationship thing, in this day of age, do you think how do you feel like? Do you think it's possible? Well, of course it's possible, but as a guy, to find a partner to find a girl, a girl. How hard is that for you? Somebody that like wants to have that interest, same as you, because people are gonna hate this, but men are more logical than women. Women are more emotional than men.
Right.
And there's no harm in that. It's something completely normal, and it has its pros and cons to both. You know, women say men are not emotional enough.
Yeah.
They hate it. We can't really do much about it.
Have you noticed that whenever we tend to really be emotional, the girls end up leaving?
Exactly. Why is that? You know, it's like they want more emotion, but when it is given, it's like
they're like,
and it's that balance again. You require those two. Dude, God made everything perfect.
Yeah.
Fire, water. It's like
yin, yang.
Yeah, dude. All of these things, they are meant to balance each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we need a woman. We need emotional support.
Yes.
That's what women are. Damn, I was gonna say that's what women are good for.
Pause.
I don't want any hate.
And that's why he's single.
That's why I'm single.
No, but both genders contribute something to the relationship.
They really do.
And they don't contribute 50-50. They contribute 100-100.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're good at.
Yeah.
I try to say it with a serious face.
Bro, I can't say that that's what they're good for.
No,
but I know what you're saying.
But yes.
Yeah, no, but yes, but like you said, there has to be a balance. There is a balance when it comes to a woman and a female. No, wait. Cut that. I don't.
What's the difference between Jason?
Damn it.
What's the difference between a woman and a female?
Woman, female. No, I meant that there has to be a balance between a man and a woman.
Yes. When I keep on having this observation of men want to find women because, I mean, they always want to find each other,
Mm.
but men are more vocal about it. And when men say that they want to find a partner, they tend to go look for them in the wrong places.
Yeah.
It's like, let's go clubbing. Let's go get a girl.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Those aren't the best places to find somebody.
Yeah,
Clubs.
and I'm not saying because like music and all of this. I'm saying because what's the psychological part of it?
Mm.
You get this dopamine hit with the music, so you're overly emotional. You're drinking alcohol. You're not in your right senses.
Mm.
You're with your boys. They're hyping you up. They're bringing up your confidence, something
Yeah.
that you normally wouldn't experience. So you're going out of your normal self to try to be this different person, to connect with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So that person is meeting someone that's not you.
Yeah.
So why would you do that to yourself?
Exactly.
If you want to be you, go somewhere that's going to help you, that's going to benefit you, that's actually going to grow your inner self.
Yeah.
Places like whatever you're interested in. If you like soccer, at a soccer field, you have your interest. It's boosting your dopamine hits, your serotonin, but it's doing it in a way that works for you.
Yeah. That's why it's not good to date in social media as well. To find that person in social media, it's not a good idea. Because you portray yourself as one way online than you are in person. And
Yes.
they tend to think something else that you are.
It's easy to appear a certain way.
Yeah, it
When
really
in
is
reality,
different.
you're really not.
When in reality, that's what we want, right? That's what we post to be more interesting, because we're inside, we're not really happy with ourselves, I guess. Right?
Yeah, well, maybe that glimpse that you're posting is that one glimpse of happiness that you had,
Yeah,
but you haven't achieved it on your daily life.
and that's why we focus on the likes. We
Yeah.
we focus on, oh, how's the lighting? How do I look? How am I dressed here? How many likes am I gonna get? Am I gonna get any comments? How am I gonna How are my DMs gonna look like after this? We search for that gratification. We search for that love.
Wow. A lot of the people that are truly happy, they don't have the necessity to be on social media, spending all that time there.
Yeah, that's why I don't like doing social media. I remember you were talking with Esther. You guys were like, and you said you're like, yeah, he's too cool for that. To be honest, like I don't like social media, bro.
Dude, social media is a slippery slope.
It really is. Like for me, I like social media because of like the memes. The posts.
Bro, I was looking at my like follows and following like ratio.
Yeah.
Dude, I follow like more than double of the people that follow me.
Really?
And when I go into it, like deep into it, it's just all meme accounts.
Yeah.
Like meme accounts and soccer pages.
Yeah.
That's all I follow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, bro. But my feed is fire.
Yeah. That's me for my second account. Like I just have like UFC, soccer, memes, basketball, everything.
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 3 different accounts. Well, I got like 4 or 5, but my main ones are 3. I got my personal, which is friends and family.
Yeah.
Then I got this one, the Tribe podcast. And the feed is so beautiful, dude.
For this one or
for this one? So I don't follow anybody.
Right.
The reason why I don't follow anybody in Tribe is because I don't want anybody to feel excluded.
Yeah.
So that way, if I don't follow anybody, well, nobody's going to feel excluded.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of the times I want to follow people because I'm like, damn, I love your content so much and I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, how would this other person feel if I forgot to follow them?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just remove it all at once.
Yeah, you're right.
So the feed for this account is like business, entrepreneurship, like life lessons, like a lot of food too, and like just things that are actually like beautiful, like animals. And I'm like, that's what I want this to be about.
Yeah.
That's what I want people when they come here to associate it with like life's beauty.
It gives you a sense of like it helps you almost, right?
Yes, it does help you.
Because for our clothing line, when I go to the following feed, it's just pure like verses or like sermons from pastures, and I'm like, wow.
It inspires you.
This is exactly how I want my stuff to be portrayed as. You know, like, yes, clothing, but at the same time, why can't it be a message? Why can't it be a clothing line that can spread a message to people, to find hope, to know that there is a light at the other side of the tunnel, to not live in darkness?
Yeah. Your Instagram feed can be the vision of what you're trying to portray.
Mm-hmm.
and you're the one choosing the mission, the
Yeah.
plan for it, the tactics,
Yeah.
how to bring it to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful how
that's
the
a really
algorithm
interesting
works.
way to do it.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people knock. Wow, yeah, a lot of people knock on social media and say that social media is bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe social media is not bad for you because it does have an algorithm that learns from you.
Yeah.
So maybe it's you that are submitting to the social media,
It
to
mirrors,
the
it mirrors you.
overconsumption.
It mirrors you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's your personality.
Yeah.
What are you really
Wow.
interested in?
Damn.
Because your clothing brand is still you.
Mm-hmm.
The podcast is still me. It's just different areas of my personality being portrayed in that way.
Yeah. Damn. I remember, like, there was this one point where I just had pure girls, like half naked girls on my feed.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I was going through PA. I had a porn addiction.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is it PA?
That's
I was
not,
like physical activity. That's what I was thinking.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna get a little vulnerable here.
That's
So
fine.
screw it. Yeah, I had a porn addiction, and that's one of the reasons why I was going down the wrong path. Because I did it for so long. Dude, why am I talking about this? But yeah, I did it for so long, and it just really morphed my brain into negativity.
Yeah. A lot of people go through that. Yeah.
What's sad is that those type of creations are being normalized.
Yes.
You know, and it's sending the younger generation down a wrong path.
It's setting them up for failure.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I question that a lot. And like with the whole thing with TikTok getting banned now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, people complain about it, but it's just because you're trying to combat fixing your addiction.
Yeah.
Would a heroin addict want to go clean? Would they want to sober up? No,
Mhm.
they are addicted to it. They're
Yeah.
not gonna realize it until somebody brings it up and like calls them out on it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somebody is trying to do the best for you. And people try to masquerade it with like, oh, well, it's going to be like, they're going to make a new app and it's going to be controlled by the government. Like, well, maybe, I don't know. But you got to understand that you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
How many hours a week do you spend on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
All these things. What does your feed look like? Are you actually learning? I saw this video that was like, they're going to remove the educational videos. Fam.
Really? That's hilarious.
I understand there is knowledge there, but out of the 2 hours a day that you're on TikTok, how much of it are you actually learning?
Mm-hmm.
And not only learning, because knowledge that you're not taking action on is a waste of time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's a waste of time. If you're not taking action, you're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
So how much of that are you actually going out there? If you're looking at this cooking recipe, are you cooking that?
Yeah, exactly.
Or are you ordering Chipotle from Uber Eats?
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with YouTube.
Mhm.
Like now, I remember before I would watch like KSI and the Sidemen and Vanos and everything, but now I just listen to like I watch self improvements or watch certain sermons online or watch podcasts that could really benefit me for me mentally that I can try and test out in the public.
And I don't want to say that all of that is bad for you.
Yeah.
There's entertainment, there's downtime.
Yeah, of course.
You should relax. We're humans. Indulge in some things here and there.
Yeah,
But understand your intention.
Exactly. It's like
Know that you're in control of it.
exactly. It's like when you're trying to get in shape. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you want a slice of pizza, if you want cake, don't belittle yourself. As long as you know what you have to do, there's no you can just go for it, bro.
Yeah, it's the intention.
It's intention. It's the intention that you lead with.
Yes. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Damn. That whole thing with the TikTok feed, it left me thinking so much. A lot of people complain about like, oh my God, I'm getting all these naked women on my feed. I can't open my Instagram feed in public.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Who is to blame there?
That you literally just reminded me. That's literally how I felt when I was going through my addiction. I was like, why is all of this here, bro? Why? Why does Instagram want to do this to me? But it's you.
You're blaming other people, but you're not taking accountability of your own mistakes.
Exactly. That's the human nature of us, that we want to point fingers instead of taking action for ourselves.
That's what's so good to learn from the master himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's, you acknowledge me, notice how powerful I am, and like how much power I gave to you, and you can control it. You can get back in control of it.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that willpower is incredible.
It's insane. We belittle ourselves from the amount of power that we have.
Yes.
Not just in our words, but in our actions as well.
Yeah. When people are going to hate this too, but it's something that I really believe. People tell me like, oh, I'm depressed, or like, I feel depressed today.
Do you believe in that?
My answer to when people tell me that is, I don't have time to be depressed. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm too busy doing things that I do love.
Yeah.
Like this podcast. I can tell you how many hours I've slept this week, bro. Every single day I've slept like 4 to 5 hours.
Damn.
I have not been getting any sleep.
Are you tired?
I feel great.
You feel
I
good?
feel super energetic.
Yeah, man. That's good.
And it's because I love what I'm doing.
You're doing what you love, yeah.
But if I was staying up all night, playing video games, watching movies, texting girls,
Then
as I was doing it before.
Exactly.
When I did feel depressed and I did feel anxious, and I would wake up with my pillow with blood, bro. My nose would bleed. I would wake up, my eyes were extremely red. I was headaches, nauseous, extremely dizzy.
Yeah.
Loss of appetite, everything. Yes, bro. I did feel bad. I was depressed. I was anxious. I was diagnosed and anxious. I was sent medicine. And instead, what I did was started going to the gym, started eating healthier. During January, I was on a diet. I was like, only vegetables, only fruits, cleaning out my stomach, your gut. You got to take care of your gut.
Yeah.
Your gut is connected to your brain. If you don't take care of your gut, bro, you're going to become anxious. It makes you feel extremely nervous, scared of things, of confrontations.
Yeah.
So it's those things. Everything, your whole body is an environment. And if you're not taking care of your environment, you're failing.
Your body's a temple.
Your body is a temple. God says it, bro. It's been written in the Bible for thousands of years.
Yeah.
If you're not reading it, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly. If you're not following the word, then you're not really...
The information is there.
The information is there. The Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Oh, shit.
My friends my boy Chris told me that, and I was like,
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So, before it's too late, you have
basic
to
instruction before leaving Earth.
Yeah. Before it's too late.
I need that on a shirt, bro.
It's in the works. It's in the works. I told them, I was like, all right, we have to have this. We have to have this.
Wow.
We're just trying to figure out the design for it.
Okay, word. Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, but before it's too late, I want to encourage people, even if, what it could be for like a week or like 3-5 days. I do encourage people to at least catch a glimpse of how Jesus lived, of how he loved people, of how he didn't judge people, of how he taught us to live here. With the little, that's what people don't notice, is that our life is really
minimal,
small.
bro. It's
really
a fraction
minimal.
of time.
You and I could not be here tomorrow. Our life could be gone just like that. We don't know when we're going to live. We think we're immortal. That's why God created us in his image, because we also have that mentality of we're immortal. This can't kill me. This can't kill us. But God is up there. He's looking down at you. He's like, who says that I can't take your life tomorrow?
Damn, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. God made us in his image. We do think we're immortal. We forget.
Yeah. That's why Jesus came here to
remind us
that your life is minimal, and that to repent of your sins, follow me, follow the Father. If you follow me, you follow the Father, and you have eternal life. If not, you will be suffering with weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, that's literally word for word what Jesus says.
Damn.
It's deep.
Yeah. Bro, humans are so forgetful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Humans are interesting, man.
I'm guilty to that, bro. I tend to forget a lot of things. That's the human mind.
Yeah.
That's the human anatomy.
That's the human story.
Yeah.
We've done it in...
Did I use anatomy right?
You said anatomy.
Yeah, did I use it right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little slow.
I'm a little slow. I'm not that good in school.
Oh, man. Going back to that, school.
Okay.
You've told me how you're doing in school.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that when something is not working out, it's because it's your higher self telling you, yo, there's something else out there that you should be striving for.
Okay.
Because it's taking your attention and it's distracting you from that.
Yeah.
There's something itching. It's like, we have God within us. We are gods. You got to listen to it. You got to be tapped into it. It's like,
we think we're gods.
Yeah. It's like, well, what are you trying to tell me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, God speaks to you in different ways.
Yeah.
You got to listen. You got to be open to it.
At the same time, like, you got to be weary of, because at the same time, the devil is trying to be God.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree 100%. So you got to understand. You got to read the Bible. You got to see, well, what is right and what is actually being placed in my path to improve on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got to challenge it. You got to question it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You got to put it into perspective.
You know, that's the thing. When people tell me that they're agnostic, I'm like, okay, believe you're agnostic. I don't care. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But challenge it.
Yeah.
You know, read the Bible, the Quran, whatever it is you want to read. I don't care. Study it. And then take it into action. And then test it. Does it work? Does it not work? Mm-hmm. Are the actions you're taking every day as an agnostic helping you? Or is it more towards this religion or spirituality or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Because there's different paths that you can take. It's just a title that you're giving it.
Yeah.
The values of each lesson are pretty much the same at the core value of it. So if you have something to believe in, you're going to do great in life. All the major, like, people that are truly, genuinely happy and are really successful, they believe in something. Mm. And the core values are the same, dude. They're exactly the same for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's what...
Us humans are like, than more than we think. Because I remember I was telling myself this. There's times where I just talk to myself, like in my room. I'm like... But yeah, I was like, us humans are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, man.
We think what we want to do is strive. We want to be successful. Yeah.
Isn't that what everybody wants?
Everybody wants that, yeah. Whether
and we all compete against each other.
Yeah.
Not realizing that what you have could help me and what I have could help you.
Sharpen can sharpen iron.
Yeah, man.
Hey, iron can sharpen iron. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Humans are so dumb. So forgetful. They're so... In Spanish, it's called carnales.
Mm-hmm.
They're so, like, in need of that human attention.
Yeah.
That human gratification. That human...
We want that love.
Yeah, bro, but it's not love. There's a difference between love and appreciation, bro.
You don't think that affection could also... Appreciation could be stemmed from love?
Yeah, but it depends how you're acting upon it. Love can become obsessive.
No.
Appreciation, you don't have to claim it, really.
There's different terms of love. Like...
Yeah.
Like, you could love the person the way...
I guess it depends on the situation.
It really depends on the situation and the way you view it.
Yeah. I just like love that you don't have to control, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's where it gets corrupted.
Yeah, that's where lust comes in.
Exactly, because you're trying to gain control over it. You're trying to manipulate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say obsession, that's where it stems from lust, not love.
Yeah.
And that's what people get confused.
Yeah. What has been a lesson that you've been learning throughout this year?
To be patient.
To be patient.
To be patient, to not worry, to get out of my head, to not listen to the outside noise, and remain faithful regardless if things seem that they're going down.
How can you remain faithful when everything seems to be crumbling? How do you do it?
You just have to shut up. You just have to be quiet, not complain. Because when you complain, you're literally talking down on yourself. When God said that your tongue is like a sword, literally means if you're talking down on yourself in life, then like, let's say that you said that, oh, I'm a loser, like I'm good for nothing, then that's how you know that. And how do you feel? How do you feel as soon as you say those words? How do you feel the day after as soon as you say those words? Then you feel like a loser. But when you say, oh, I love myself, I'm great, you can speak you can speak feeling into your life, bro. It really depends on how you navigate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when people say stuff like, I'm dumb, I'm retarded, I'm ugly, all these things, because you believe it and that becomes your reality.
Yeah.
And there's this book, The 4 Agreements, by Don Miguel Ruiz. He says that one of the 4 agreements is be impeccable with your word. Yeah, man, you don't tell God, you're wrong, I'm right.
Yeah.
You don't do that. So why are you doing that to yourself, to your temple?
Exactly.
If you're in a creation of God's image, you wouldn't tell that to God.
Yeah.
Don't do it to yourself. Tell yourself, I failed. Yes, I could have done better. How can I be better though?
Exactly.
What's my reaction to it? Yeah.
That's where you have to learn from your mistakes. And just keep that faith strong, regardless if things seem like they're really, really going bad. Because there's this story in the Bible. There's a story of Job where he lost everything. He lost his kids. He lost his house. He lost all his crops. He lost everything. He was sick, and he just kept praying to God, and he remained faithful. His friends were saying, "Oh, just curse God. Oh no, you did something wrong. Like you must have sinned." And his wife was telling him, "Just curse God. Like look what he did to you. Just curse him out, whatever." But Job, he kept on having that faith regardless of whatever happened to him, because how that started was that Satan and God made a pact. Like they made a deal. Like Satan wanted to see if Job could crumble and go against God. And God was like, okay, go ahead, but don't touch him. And yeah, it was a lot. And God eventually showed himself to Job. And since he really maintained that faith, he got double than what he had.
Yeah. God rewards.
God rewards. God really does reward on the faith on the belief and the faith that you really hold on him.
Yeah, bro. There's such a big difference between the human reward and the godly reward.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's that relationship thing.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, a lot of these stories are hidden from us, man.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like if I was known of these stories earlier, like I knew about the story of Adam and Eve, and I knew the story about Jesus walking on water, but I thought they were just fairy tales. Nobody told me like, oh, this happened, that happened, and anything in depth in the Bible.
I think it's because they're trying to force it down your throat when you're a kid. You kind of don't, and it's really funny that children are the most connected to God.
Yeah.
Because they really feel that love, that joy, that purity. But adults try to force what they believe to children, not realizing that children are angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of corrupts them.
Yeah, you just gotta raise them the right way.
Yeah, you gotta raise them. What's the right word? Guide them.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to lead them.
Yeah.
That's why us men, we have to be leaders in our family.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to navigate yourself first.
Exactly.
Yeah, so many of these people are not, they're wrong, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that I'm right, because I'm wrong too.
Yeah.
But we need to study the Bible, ourselves, our surroundings, everything, and make a choice for our...
And really be in one with the relationship of the Lord. You have to fear him. And we have to instill that in the family.
Yeah.
In families, that we have to have love for God. Obviously not shoving down their throats, but there has to be that guidance and knowing that there is someone powerful than us that can really take our life away or can really make our life bad, for lack of better words.
Such a beautiful life.
It's a really beautiful life that we live in.
It wouldn't be as beautiful as it is if it wasn't so fragile.
Yeah. With the culture that we live in.
You see? That's it. Appreciation again. We can't claim it. We can't take control of it. That's why it's appreciation.
Yeah.
Because it depends on your definition of love and appreciation. But appreciation, you're able to see the beauty in it from afar because you can't control it. You can't claim it for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why life is so beautiful. Because if it was eternal, we would be in control of it. But since we're not, it's God's gift to us.
Yeah.
It's like, here, have this fragment of time, of history, and do whatever you want with it. If you want to praise me, praise me. If you don't want to praise me, that's up to you. That's your choice. But go and explore. And then give it back to me.
Yeah.
Come back with your information, with what you've gathered.
Exactly. Damn, Juanes. You just cooked. Just cooked, my brother. Damn,
bro. Appreciation. Life is that way because we can't claim it.
Yeah. And it sucks because this the generation that we live in, we learn to not appreciate the things that we have. Because haven't you noticed that a lot of kids nowadays are kind of going against their families now and completely going left instead of right?
Yeah.
Especially when they're in a good relationship, when they're in an amazing relationship, they still decide to cheat.
Yeah.
We just don't appreciate the things that we really do have. People don't have that appreciation. The people have to start waking up, man. We have to start waking up to realize that we have to appreciate the world for what it is, and that we have such a short, limited amount of time. We have to love it for what it is.
Do you believe the world is coming to an end?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you believe that?
Just it's like some of the things are prophesied in the Bible.
All of it is prophesied.
All of it is literally prophesied in the Bible, and I say some because not all of them have been completed yet.
Yes.
The wars.
Yes.
Wars is one of the signs of the birth pains of the end times. Kids going against their parents is one of the signs of the end times. And there's a couple. I don't want to say a lot, but there's a couple more.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are literally happening that
now
are in the Bible.
Yeah.
There's the one like it says that when this river dries up,
the Euphrates River is dried up.
Yeah.
That's when it's scary. When I first saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, bro, we're about to die.
Yeah, it says the mark of the beast as well.
And they're already trying to have the chips in us.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
It's when people turn against God, when God becomes like evil, like when the teachings of God become evil.
Yeah.
And it's like you see a lot of the things that are on TV and social media, and you realize that all of this good that's in the Bible is seen as negative. It's like,
and all the bad stuff are seen as cool and and great
or positive.
Like marijuana use, alcohol use, all that seems like a positive now. It's a good way it's a gateway for fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's some people that have been in my life that that go to clubs and indulge in alcohol and think that's what fun is.
Yeah, I want to speak on that because I believe that substances were put in this earth as well, but it's your intention of you going into it. I don't know if you were meant to try everything or if you weren't and it's a test of the devil. I'm not sure. But I think it's your intention. I think God understands why you're doing it for. I think if you're heartbroken and you're cursing this person out that broke your heart, I think God loves you enough to understand why it is you're doing it. And I think he will forgive you.
Because Jesus went through pain.
Yeah.
Like one of his friends died, and obviously he knew that he could restore him. But he cried too. Jesus cried.
Yeah.
Because of that pain that he felt that he lost his friend.
Yeah. And so it's that thing. God understands your intention.
He understands everything. He understands what you're going through. He understands that pain.
Yeah, he understands when you're being stupid. As funny as that sounds, he really does understand that. He knows when you're overusing a substance for something that's not praising God.
Yeah.
And I think that's when it becomes an issue. I think you know yourself as well.
Yeah.
You ask yourself, do I really need to be going out partying every single weekend? Why am I doing this? What void am I trying to fill in?
Yeah.
Because what's partying? It's music. It's being with friends.
Yeah.
So there's also beauty to that. You also spend time with friends. When you're at home, you can have a party. But why are you doing it? What's your intention within it?
Yeah. Is it that void that you're trying to fill?
Mm-hmm.
Is it that love that you want to feel?
Yeah.
The gratification that you want to feel? That satisfaction?
Yeah. That's really it, bro. People get it mixed up. They're like, oh, no, it's just this one time. No. Ask yourself, why?
Why are you doing it?
Yeah. There's other ways to have fun, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to experience anything, any substance or none of that. If you want to do that, go for it. Be my guest. But you can have a great time.
Yeah.
Having a conversation, being in a park, playing a sport, being with your family. That's all beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah. You knocked it right out of the park. You had everything spot on.
Bro, intention is so important.
Yeah. And people say like, oh, God put weed in this planet for a reason. Well, poison ivy is also here, bro. Are you going to smoke poison ivy? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I think everything that's in this planet is perfect in its own way because it serves a purpose.
Nothing here is a mistake, man.
Nothing. Everything serves a purpose.
And the people here, if there's people that are feeling down and feeling like they're not meant for this world, don't ever say that. You were created for a purpose. You were created for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't belittle yourself. Just get up. And
I posted in my Instagram today, dude. Strive for greatness even at your lowest.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I also believe that depression isn't a thing. Because when I was going through that, like I noticed like I was going through my phone a lot. My hours was like 8 hours on my phone. I was gaming all the time. I was mostly talking to my friends through the games instead of actually going outside with them. Like I'd be angry with my parents whenever they wanted my attention, whatever. It really is on what you indulge yourself in and what you do. If you decide to just sit around and do nothing, of course you're gonna feel miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But if you decide to take action in your life and fix yourself and truly work on yourself and be the best version of yourself that you possibly can, then I don't see why not. That, of course you could fix yourself emotionally.
Yes.
Right. That's why I go to the gym. Now it's kind of like a routine. Now it's the part of my routine. So that's why there was this point where I just felt down and I'm like, yo, why is this going on? Why? Like I'm going to the gym, I'm going to work. That's a problem. My day consisted of work, gym, eat, sleep, repeat. What else am I doing in my day? What I've been doing now recently is reading more books. Like, I don't know if you know the 48 Laws of Human Nature.
Okay.
I've been reading that. I've been reading the 12 Ways to Live Life by Jordan Peterson. I forgot
12 Rules to Life.
12 Rules to Life. And there's this self-improvement book as well. And I've been reading the Bible a lot more too. And yeah, and also going out with my friends. We'll be playing soccer and, just doing whatever. Because I realize when I drink, because it sucks because I know when I'm drinking and I know I shouldn't be doing that. The conviction just hits me. I'm like, I really shouldn't be doing this, bro. But I guess it's that sense of gratification. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't be doing this, but
You gotta ask yourself, what's my intention to doing this?
yeah.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
And it sucks because I view myself as a hypocrite sometimes. Because, yes, I preach about Jesus. I preach about God.
But you're human.
Yes, I'm human, but at the same time, like I'm disappointing people.
But nobody said you were perfect.
Yeah.
So you're really disappointing yourself.
Yeah. And that's the lie the devil tries to put in your head.
Yes. And you're always your biggest judge.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you should be your biggest supporter.
Exactly. Damn, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. There's magic in all of those things, and being with your friends and creating and reading.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so much magic, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I love this podcast, because there's magic going on, bro.
Yeah.
Like that synergy, that conversation.
I remember you were telling me about your app when we went to New York with Victor. You remember the app idea?
What up idea?
You remember the
No
the
up idea here.
Anyway.
Allegedly.
Anyways.
Damn, I guess I'll talk about it now. So there's 3 steps to tribe. That's step number 2.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I want to create an app for that, for people that would get on the podcast that I would never be able to have on the podcast, to connect with each other.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that I miss out on.
Yeah.
So how can I connect them with each other? Through an app, dude. Just go on there and connect with one another and go hang out, bro. Go to the park.
That's so cool, bro. That really is amazing.
Go exercise with one another, bro. Yo, my friend Victor, he hit up my other friend Harvey through the podcast after the episode, and they started going to a gym together. And I'm like, how amazing is that? And I had no idea about any of that, bro.
Damn.
But none of that. I found out like a couple days later. They're like, yo, like I'm hanging out with Victor right now. And I'm like, how do you know him? And then they're like telling me that like they hung out with my other friend. And I'm like, wow, 3 friends right there.
Yeah.
Connected with one another that would have never connected.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want, bro.
That's a genius idea, Juanes. Like, not that many people think of it that way. I think that's what social media tried to do, but failed at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the way you are trying to navigate it, it really does put it into perspective.
So it could be just another social media. I get it. But I feel like
it's more than that.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I want to make it membership based. Because if you're willing to pay for this idea, then you will really maximize the idea. It's actually costing you something. It's not going to be something expensive. I don't want it to be expensive.
Like $10.99?
No, bro. Like less than $5. Like literally.
Oh, for real?
I just want it to like be a reason for you to be committed to it. Because, dude, people asked me the other day, they're like, oh, how much does it cost to be on your podcast? How much did you pay to get on here?
$100, I'm not going to lie. I have to sell him money after. No, I'm kidding. $0.
I'll take it.
0.
But yeah, people were asking me like, oh, when I get on the podcast, how much is it? I'm like, bro, do you have something
to say? You literally
to say?
just asked me, and I was like, I'm so down.
Do you have something to say? Are you actually helping the world become a better place with whatever message you have to preach? And if I'm nobody to judge it, but if it aligns with my ideals, I want to talk to you. I believe your message needs to be spread out to the world.
Yeah.
So how can you? I have this mindset of always helping other people. How can I serve you?
Yeah.
And if I can help you serve everyone, please, dude.
Yeah.
Please do so.
You may not know it, Juanes, but you're doing the Lord's work.
Dude, I want to.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like what fills me up. And I feel like that's why I told you, like, I don't feel tired. I feel like God is backing me up every day. He's giving me the energy that I need.
Yeah.
Because, bro, a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I was literally in a really bad place, bro. I had to quit my job because mentally, physically, I couldn't do it. Even though I loved it, I couldn't do it. And I feel like that's God telling you, is like, yo, try this, try something else, start testing new ideas, challenge yourself. And eventually you'll end up to where you belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think the clothing brand is a good idea, bro. Because you're somebody that really likes fashion.
Yeah.
And with the Lord, you're preaching your message, and you gotta look at the little affirmations that come along the way, and you gotta be like, okay, this is like God playing a little joke on me. Like a lot of people say that, oh, you shouldn't believe in affirmations. I'm like, well, what's an affirmation? It's a little essence of magic that comes in your trajectory. And if everything in this world is placed for a reason, you gotta accept it, and you gotta understand the intention of what it is for, and you know when something is right or wrong. And God is like, haha, like, look, I'm putting this here for you. Accept it. Acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, man. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I was always, I want to say like my 8th grade year, I was kind of glued into clothing. I did a fashion class, I think like my sophomore year of high school. I didn't like it, and that's where I just didn't care enough for it. I don't know when, but it just started to come up again. And me and my boy, we had an idea for like 2 years. Me and Chris. It was straight, like, it was either like a year or two, but we had it in our mind, but we just didn't know what to map it out with. We didn't know what to lead with. What's the message that we're trying to spread, or what's the cool logo that we're trying to do, whatever, what's a good design. But him and I, we got into a spiritual awakening almost at the same time. I think it was at the same time, now that I think about it.
It's those little affirmations, bro.
Yeah. And I remember at first I was like, yo, what if we make a clothing brand for, like, spread a message for God? What if we make it based on God? And he's like, no, that's kind of like profiting off of God. And I was like, oh, you're right. But then the idea came up again. I was like, yo, why don't we try this, bro? Why don't we do this to spread a message, actually? To spread a message to people who don't really have a guidance in their life. And that's where Crown of Thorns came up. And it is a work in progress. And when I really think about it deeply, when I really picture it at where it can be, it can be something very, very powerful. And I think it could really change people's lives. Yeah, from other people's perspective, they'd be like, it's just a clothing brand, whatever. But no, it could create a movement. Like Supreme created a movement. Essentials created a movement. Why can't we create a movement?
Yeah, it's really special, bro.
Yeah. There's times where I just get so unmotivated. There's times where I'm like so deep in my head, and he messages me. He's like, "Oh, what do you think about this idea? What do you think about this?" And then I look at it, and I'm like, whatever, bro. I don't want to deal with this right now. But nah, man, you just have to do what
it's that 100 100.
It's that 100 100, yeah. It's that 100 100. You just have to love it. You have to show that you care for it, even at your lowest.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it be a relationship or it could be at something.
That's why you need to choose a trajectory that you're really passionate with.
Yeah.
Because that passion is going to carry you through in your lowest days.
Exactly. Us humans, deep within us, we want to help one another.
Yes.
Yeah, I solely believe that. Regardless if it's with good things or, I guess, bad things, whatever. But yeah, we do really want to help each other out.
Yeah, humans are very generous if they see you struggling.
Yeah.
They always want to lend a hand to one another. It's that sense of community, I think.
Yeah. When people say like, oh, I don't like people, I don't like talking to people, I don't believe that. I just feel like you haven't tested yourself.
You haven't connected with the right people that speak your language.
Or you haven't opened yourself enough. You don't know yourself enough. You don't know what you're capable of. My sister doesn't like talking to people. My sister's very antisocial.
She's not antisocial. She just hasn't found her tribe.
She just hasn't found her. Oh, yeah, bro. Wordplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't found her tribe.
That's why the name of this is that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You know why tribe, I've never explained it.
Yeah, you never did.
The TR.
Oh, is abbreviated.
So no, it's not abbreviated. So tribe, the I for tribe is actually a compass. because it's like two triangles, and that's supposed to signify a compass, because I believe that through this community you can navigate life better without being given a map. It's going back to that control. You're not forcing it down their throat.
Yeah.
You're kind of showing, each person is showing what has worked for them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, here, I'm offering you a piece of my advice.
Yeah.
Choose what to do with it. If it works for you, beautiful. If it doesn't, there's 100 other episodes that will teach you something else. So that's what it is. It's just a compass to help people navigate life and their passions easier.
Yeah. That's really cool. That's amazing, Juanes. Like, I didn't know you. Like, it's crazy. A year ago, I didn't know you. And when I started to get to know you, I have this judgment on people.
What was your judgment on me?
No. It wasn't nothing bad. Like, for me, it was more of like, but these people don't like me. I was like, I don't know why I'm here, bro. Like there's this thing where I just meet new people and I'm like, that person doesn't really rock with me. That person isn't really cool with me. I remember I talked to Victor about this. I was like, I remember I switched to your guys' department, and I was like, because I was always by myself. Like, I didn't talk to anybody. There was like a select few, but I was like, nobody's coming up to me to talk to me, bro. Screw that. Nobody likes me. Damn it. But yeah, no. When I got to know you, I was like, nah, this kid's special. This guy. Don't freaking cry. We'll punch you in the face.
Alright, listen here. I don't go to the gym, but
but yeah, no. Everybody. I knew you were a good person before that. Like, the way you would interact with people and the energy you gave off, your aura, really speaks volumes. Like, in the Bible, it says, good tree bears good fruit, bad tree bears bad fruit. You tend to know when a good tree, where a good tree can bear good fruit. You bear good fruit. The way your energy just presented itself to everybody and the way they reacted off of you, your soul is good. You have a good soul.
I think that stems from my parents.
That's good.
Yeah. I think that's because I grew up going to church every weekend. I've probably gone to church more than would have gone anywhere else. Well, aside from like work and school.
Yeah.
I think that's what goes next. Yeah.
But you know,
I have this thing where I still question. I've been going to church for 10 years.
Okay.
Like actually like going to church.
You're still going?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Every Saturday night.
Okay.
That's why I don't make plans Saturdays nights, bro.
Mm.
My work schedule, I don't say Saturdays because I have church. But I believe, I still question myself if the stories in the Bible are actually real, if God expects you to believe them word by word, or if God wants you to learn the intention from them. And
like the message behind them?
Yeah. And to me, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I believe in magic. So to me, if that seems like magic, that's perfectly fine with me. It doesn't matter to me. However, I believe that if you're going to church and you're going to be questioning everything in a negative way, you're not going to get anything out of it, because you're kind of telling God, what can you provide for me?
Yeah.
You're not asking God, how can I help you? How can I serve you?
Yeah.
And that's the same mindset that you should have when you approach life. You shouldn't meet someone and be like, what can I get out of you? You should ask them, how can I serve you? That's when you really benefit from life.
I didn't really think of it that way.
Yeah, bro. I hate when people go to church and they're like, well, why am I going to go listen to the story of this guy that got seen by a well? I'm like, no, bro. There's something else there. Listen to it, read it, study it, really dive into it. My favorite character in the Bible, bro, is Solomon. I love him because
the king.
Yeah, dude. Out of
anything he could have asked for.
God, bro.
Out of anything.
Ask anybody in this world. I bet you 95% of them will say money, women, fame, this car, that phone, this computer, all these things.
Yeah.
This guy just wanted wisdom.
And he was a king too. He had everything. And he just wanted wisdom.
Dude. If that doesn't prove like that humans are good at heart, I don't know what does. Because somebody that can break upon such a request, it's like if you can stand up and be firm with your ground, there's hope there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Man, since I was like 13, 14, bro, like the one thing I've been like praying God to is like wisdom. Like, give me wisdom. That's all I want, bro.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I don't need fame. I don't need money. I don't want to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I just need enough money.
Yeah.
If it costs me 100,000 to live comfortably, man, I'll take 80,000.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I've literally said that to myself too. I've said that to God. I'm like, I don't want all this money. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about anything. As long as I get to live comfortably in the future and give to my parents to thank them for what they've done for me, that's all I care about. That's all I'm happy about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. I think once you submit yourself to that human pleasure, that's when you fail. That's a trap.
Mm-hmm. Once you go to the...
Because you're trying to please others. You're not trying to please yourself anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn. I have a gift for you.
Word?
Yes, sir. That's the other thing that's in here.
Oh my God, I'm going to get shot today. It's like that film. It's like that scene of the Joker.
What scene?
You seen the Joker?
Yes.
Where he's like, let me tell you a joke, Murray. And then he like shoots him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know?
This is about to happen right now.
How did you know, bro? Oh, shit. Can that get me banned?
Oh.
It was flowers. Here you go, bro. So it's Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act of I didn't finish reading it.
The Creative Act, a way of being.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn. Everyone is a creator.
Yeah. There's a message at the start that I wrote that I think...
So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. What will you create?
Oh, yeah, bro. It's a really good book, bro. It's a really good book. It's so beautiful.
Damn.
Dude, you should like... It's not really a book. It's just like it's notes. That's what it is. That's what that book is. It's notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's his thoughts. But they're really polished and they're very beautiful.
Thank you, Juanes. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't expect that today. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Of course, dude. And yeah, man. If you could leave people like with one last like advice, what would you say?
Love others the way you would like to be loved. Don't treat others the way you wouldn't like to be treated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really important. A lot of people always feel like they have to
fit into the normalities of the world. Like whether it be like judging people, hating on people to be accepted.
Yeah.
But people don't really pay attention that you have to be your true self in order to really have that love and gratification naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. People always trying to defend themselves.
Yeah.
It's okay to be wrong. No one ever said you had to be right every time.
Mm.
And they try to cover up with their ego.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence is okay. Yes, it's good. But confidence by itself is not gonna get
It could take you. It could take you so much, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not a long road. It could take you to like a little short road.
Yeah, bro.
It's like a little booster, man. Confidence is just a little booster. It really depends on how you are without it.
Yes, bro.
If you could master without it, then you really are powerful in your own way.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. That's pretty much it. Left me thinking a lot, bro. Do you write often?
I try to journal.
Yeah.
I can't. But I'm like on and off with it.
Yeah, that you should journal like at least once a week, bro. Just like your thoughts, like how was your week? Because I don't believe journaling should be every day, like every morning when you wake up or every night when you go to bed. I don't think that's it because it's too strict. Humans are not. I don't believe in discipline.
Yeah.
I believe in love and doing what you really love, what you feel comfortable with, and intention. I think those two create discipline. But yeah, I think it's okay to. It's way better to journal than not to journal.
Yeah.
At least like once a week.
It removes a lot of weight from your head.
Yes, it does remove a lot of weight from your head. Yeah, that's it. That's what it does.
Yeah.
It helps you write down your problems and test different options to find a solution for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what journaling does. And yeah, bro, that's it.
Well, thank you for having me, Juanes.
Thank you for coming,
I appreciate it.
How do you feel?
I feel good, man. At first, I didn't know what to come in for. Like, I didn't know what questions you're gonna throw me, but I'm glad that this happened, and it happened for a reason.
Yeah, people always ask me. They're like, "Oh, but like, what are you gonna ask? What should I prepare for?" Like, no, if you're on the podcast, you're here because you're a master or whatever it is you're invited for. Yeah. There's nothing for you to prepare for. You've been preparing yourself for this for years. So just be yourself. Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. How am I going to charge for that? Yeah. How can I, dude, if I'm trying to provide a service, how can I charge for that? Exactly. When I was talking to you, like a lot of things just left my mind. Like I was glued to every single topic that we were talking about. There were some times where I did zone off, but it just glued me back in. I'm like, oh, I'm zoning out. Let me just come back. And I just completely forget about the outside noise and whatever's going on. Yeah. And thank you for the serving. You just got served. That's so cringy. I'm not putting that. You just got served. And yeah, bro, that's it. Thank you for coming. This is episode 6.